Kree Shipwreckage Thruster. Rocket. When it comes to the Guardians of the Galaxy, good news tends to come with a heapin' helpin' of bad news. This time, the good news was that we found the source of darkness that Princess Shuri sent us across the galaxy to locate. The bad news? We crashed our ship into the planet where it was coming from, Clintar. Luckily, there was plenty on Clintar's surface to scavenge for our repairs. For starters, we found a new rear thruster in a derelict shipyard. The thing was part of a wrecked Kree starship, and it was a great fit for the Milano. The Guardians owe the Kree a lot. After all, it was back on their homeworld, Hala, where Quill first recruited me and Groot to help fight an invasion by Ultron and the Phalanx. That same adventure even led us to Mantis and Adam Warlock. So thanks again, Kree. Symbiote Dragonwing. Star-Lord. Ever since I was a kid, I thought dragons were the coolest things ever. You only saw them on album covers or the side of a van, though. I never expected to see a dragon in real life. But the planet Clintar is about as metal as it gets. So I shouldn't have been surprised when I found the remains of a fallen symbiote dragon while I was scavenging for spare parts. Venom told me that way back in the Middle Ages, a symbiote dragon called Grendel invaded England, and Thor had to take it down. I guess Thor's lightning disrupted Null's control over the symbiote hive mind, giving the symbiotes a chance to turn on their creator and imprison him. Sweet, right? Anyway, I figured this dragon wouldn't mind if we used a portion of his wing to repair the Milano's busted one. He wasn't using it anymore anyway. End pause. Host remains infused with Hela's undead. Mantis. While looking for parts to repair our damaged ship, I came across a group of ghostly crows feasting on the corpse of a deceased symbiote and its host. A telepathic scan revealed that one of the birds was alive, and not a crow at all. He was a raven named Munin, and he could speak. Munin told me he had been sent to Clintar as a scout by Loki. The other birds were minions of Hela, the Queen of the Dead. Munin was annoyed that the crows had arrived to dine before him, thanks to Hela's ship, Naglfar, which could swiftly traverse realms by using the energy of the undead. Knowing we needed to repair our hyperjump engine, I extracted the undead energy from the ghost crows. An unorthodox solution, but one that seems to have worked. And Munin was overjoyed that he could finally feast in peace. Celestial Armor Fragments. Adam Warlock. Though I did not arrive on the planet Clintar with my teammates of the Guardians of the Galaxy, we were reunited soon after. When I learned of the damage that their ship had suffered, I immediately joined their quest to find replacement parts. Having communed with the spirit of a fallen celestial during my journey across the cosmos, it was easy for me to identify its energy signature in a shard of armor on Clintar's surface. As I examined the shard, I recalled how celestial armor is supposed to be nearly indestructible. Apart from Null's sword, all black, the only other weapon known to cleave through celestial armor was Jarnbjorn, a mighty axe that a young Thor blessed with his own blood to become powerful enough to breach the Celestials' defenses. Thankfully, this scrap of armor was already a perfect fit to replace the Milano's damaged port aileron. Period. Groot's symbiote plant friend. Groot, via Mantis. Groot asked me to share this story for all those who might read this repair log. He says that, when the Guardians first arrived on Clintar, he saved a jungle full of symbiotes from a fire raging towards them. As a repayment for his kindness, the symbiotes led Groot to the abandoned agents of the Cosmos Complex, where his dear friend Rocket was under assault by a group of far more aggressive symbiotes. After Groot and his new alien allies defeated Rocket's attackers, Rocket removed the quantum circuit board and the projection frame from the energy barrier he was hiding behind, planning to use it to repair the Milano's shield generator. Groot feels this was important to share, not only because of the lessons of trust and friendship inherent in the tale, but also because he knew Rocket would try to take all of the credit, again. Adam Warlock's staff. Star-Lord. Look, the Guardians of the Galaxy have worked really hard to earn our reputation as heroes. But before we were saving the universe from threats like Ultron and Null, we weren't exactly the most virtuous types. We were pirates and bounty hunters. You know, not the kind of people you'd call in a crisis. And while we've done our best to turn over a new leaf, we just can't help going back to our old ways every now and then. So it shouldn't be a surprise that when the Milano's antenna was busted beyond repair, we might have borrowed Adam Warlock's fancy karmic staff to replace it. When we plugged it into the ship's antenna slot, it gave us a signal stronger than any antenna we'd ever had before, probably because it's imbued with cosmic awareness. I wonder if it can pick up the classic rock stations from back home. Celestial Codex. Rocket. Once all the repairs were made to the Milano, the final step was getting the ship back into orbit. But escaping Clintar wasn't going to be easy, especially with all the symbiotes latching onto its hull. So I came up with a plan to do a little quantum swap using a black market nega energy replicator I'd been tinkering with. Basically, I was trying to mimic the effects of Captain Marvel's old negabands to swap the physical positions of the Milano and that giant celestial husk floating above Clintar. There was just one problem. We needed the Celestial's biosignature in order to create a quantum entanglement. Thankfully, once we teamed up with Venom and our old pal Adam Warlock, we managed to locate the Celestial Codex. Then all we had to do was extract the biodata, fire up the nega energy replicator, and complete the quantum exchange. And we were all systems go. Apostrophe.